existing granite tiles. We've done all the prep work. We roughed them up, cleaned them, did some level quick on the surface to get rid of any of the grout joints. Then we used some Cementol and made our own rock face edge. You can see we poured the tops. We have a raised bar, so we got here on site super early, poured the tops. We're in Hawaii. The humidity's through the roof, 90%. So what does that mean? That means our epoxy's gonna cure quick. We're able to pour both of these in the same day without having to build a gutter. So we fly out Monday, so it is crunch time. You're gonna watch us go, and we're gonna pour the field, the rest of these countertops. We're gonna stay super busy. You have a behind the scenes look right now of a video we're making. We're gonna come back, I'll come check in with you from time to time, but we're gonna be busy pouring epoxy. When that's all done, we're gonna make sure it's flowing out well. We're gonna stick out. We're gonna pull this tape dam about 1 hour after we mix. So in about 1 hour from now, we'll be pulling the tape dam. We'll do some Q&A. Save your questions. Let us know where you're watching, and don't forget to share this video. Back to check in a little bit. Ready to mix? And Roddy, let them know what colors we're going with too.
Yes, okay, so our first color, I think I sent Claire a link as well. So we're going in first with our color Passion, and this is called Debbie Shimmer. And we are mixing everything to an opaque consistency. Hold on, let me, yeah, we'll get there.
Good there, look at that, guys. Debbie Shimmer from
Color Passion.
Color Passion.
And this is by Resin Art. This is Mermaid. Probably have to go full send on this.
Yep. Let us know if how the audio is. I might have just done an entire intro with zero audio. You could? Cool.
Oh, that
Man, it got, the temperature shot up when we shut that door.
I know. Okay. And
That
then
looks
this
good.
is Sea Glass. This is Resin Art Sea Glass. Yep. Oop, got it. Okay. Yes. Go ahead and start mixing.
This project has been an epic collab with RK3 Designs, Rhonda and Kenny. We have Keith with KCDC Designs. After the video, jump over to their channels and go subscribe. We're all gonna make a video out of this giant project. This has been a lot of work, but the before and afters on this kitchen are gonna be stunning.
All right, another color we're using is Color Obsession, dark turquoise. And that is a really cool color because it never really becomes opaque. You can just deepen it up as you add more, and it is a beautiful dark turquoise color.
I'll get back in.
Plug it back in. Copy.
It's better.
It's better.
All right, then we're gonna come in with another passion color called Deep Green. Now our color passions that we're using today are all paste. And by using different mediums, paste, powders, we really will get some really cool effects because those different mediums are kind of fighting each other. Okay. Deep green. All right, and then our last bucket, we're gonna bring in a light color. We're actually using white opaque dye, and we're mixing it with Color Passion Pearl Shimmer. And the reason we're mixing it is I wanna tone down that pearl just a little bit. So that's why we added the white opaque dye with it. all of these pastes and colors can be found on my website, rk3designs.com. Also, if I am out of any of these Color Passion or Resin Art colors, you can find them on Artist Till Death's website. They carry these colors as well.
All right, let's build that
All right,
bucket.
we ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're just gonna randomly pour these colors into our bigger bucket. We mixed up two full gallons, and we're just gonna start pouring these back in. Oh, we never did a wash coat.
Well, we're going to with the
Start
leftover.
mixing.
Yeah.
Ronnie, you're on the lid.
You got the white over there?
I just
good.
put some in
Okay,
right
good.
there.
When you pour your colors in your bucket, we're doing bigger amounts at one time so that we have bigger areas that flow in our bucket when we pour them out. But you want to be real subtle when you pour. You don't want to just dump it super fast because you don't want these colors to mix too much in your bucket. Can you pump that upside down if you want? And I'm gonna dump this one upside down. And this one upside down. And then let's cover this white with color, so it's not the first one thing to come out of it.
Okay, bam. We're now taking the residual material out of these buckets, and we're using them as a grease or wash coat. That just lubricates the board. When we go to pour that exotic pour out, it's gonna help that move and meld together and cover that whole surface. And we're on the clock right now because we have that bucket over there of full epoxy.
Find a squeegee on the table.
What? What was that?
She's just letting you know that the squeegee's over there.
Oh, Tim.
All right, ready?
Hey everyone in the live, Luke here behind the camera. I just unplugged the audio from the phone. Does it sound
It's
a little bit better now?
staticky, but you can hear it better with the boom mic on.
I keep people in the comments say static.
Here, but
Put a road on.
well, I guess we could do that.
It's okay. Much better.
You can hear yourself. It makes it real echoey without it.
That's better. Better. Cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna leave the mic off.
Ooh, that actually looks pretty on there.
Yeah, I know. All right. We're good.
Okay, nice and greased up.
All right, that's a heavy bucket,
Pour it
so
out.
have fun.
Okay, here we go.
All
All
right.
right, where are you going first, Mitch?
Coming right here.
All right.
Boys ready?
1 second. Yep. Getting close. Ooh, look at that. Well, got over 400 people watching right now, guys. Welcome to the live. Let us know where you're from. Right now, we're pouring over, this was a granite tile kitchen countertops. We did a concrete overlay and no demo, pouring in place.
Crazy. Man, that grease coat helps so much.
We're currently in Kauai,
A little bit in this
and
corner.
so they wanted to go tropical, exotic looking colors.
Here.
I just need to know what to charge.
All right, I'm coming over.
Nice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us today on your Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Just going in and filling in low spots. This is all gonna flow away though. What is it, about half? That's all gonna touch.
Yeah, let's see give you guys a close-up look. What do you guys think? If you like that, smash that like button. Share the live, please. Spread the love. For those who are new to the channel, here at Stone Co, we teach you guys how to remodel using epoxy. Today we're going over a tile kitchen. Gentleman in the Stone Coat shirt right there, that's Mitch Quist. Next to him in the camera, with the camera is Kenny with RK3 Designs.
Yeah.
And the white shirt is Keith with KCDC Designs.
Either one, corner or.
And Rhonda over there is also with RK3. Make sure to go subscribe to those channels, guys. They're working really hard today. Let's see what's going on. This is 100 square feet we're going over right now.
Wow, that is gorgeous. Mitch, will you grab me really quick while your hands are clean, those two powders over there? Just dump Mermaid, the blue one, in there, and the green, yep, and then the green one in there. Don't scare me like that.
And then-
Yes, I did. That would have
So
not been nice.
the upper, we poured a couple hours ago. I'll show you this. This one's laid out. Yes. So we're gonna drop a full tutorial on this kitchen from start to finish. I came here a couple days before the crew showed up and grinded down the tile and got it ready for a level quick. So the full video will be posted in several weeks. But we wanted to give you guys the behind the scenes today because this is such a beautiful project. We couldn't not share it with you guys. Yep. That's Keith McGinnis, KCDC Designs. He hails from around Lincoln, Nebraska, out here enjoying the warm weather.
Pro tip, just mix that 7.5 gallon of that mixture incorporates a lot of air. You can find those red metal mixers, they work fantastic. You don't incorporate as much air into the resin when you're mixing.
There you go. Pro tip.
You can see it.
Yep. And of course, going with art coat today. All Keith said was that paddle mixer that he's using right now entrains a lot of air. So the red ones, if you guys know what we're talking about, are a lot better.
I can't, my hands are slippery.
Half gallon coming up. Go.
Alright.
And then for those who just are tuning in, we are gonna do a Q&A once we get everything poured out while we babysit drips. So it's kind of hard for me to type and film at the same time, guys. So if I don't get to your question in that time, ask again at the end.
All right, coming at you.
We'll get all those questions
so
answered.
Here, a little bit more here, everything else is good.
You sure you want to top those last ones off too?
Whatever you want.
Full, Pete.
It's fine.
Huh?
They're full.
Okay.
Deep green. Do we have any more deep green that's open?
We need a wash coat too.
Okay. Oh, then you know what? That's perfect for the wash.
No, the original countertops for this job were granite tiles. This is tile that we went over.
Show them the backsplash right over there. That's what it was.
Yep, here,
You gonna
I'll
start
show
over
you.
here, Mitch?
Yeah, I'll start wherever. But yes.
Because there's already epoxy on that. I could use that for a wash coat too.
I'll show you guys
In
right
fact, I
here.
should.
So
I'm gonna use that for a wash coat.
you guys can kind of see, kind of hard to see. I don't want to get too close to the epoxy. See the tile? So that's what it originally was. It was like a tan, kind of ugly, really old. So I grinded that down
No, not yet.
and we did a level quick over that.
Resin for the copper.
Little seal coat.
Oh yeah, save me a little bit of resin for that copper.
Today's the color coat. And then tomorrow we'll be applying the ultimate top coat in matte.
Here.
Let me take this out. It's gonna be white and I don't want to.
Somebody find me a red solo cup.
Is it for
Red
copper?
Solo
No.
cup.
I got too much excess here from the,
Fill you up.
Okay,
We keep that block back there.
what's that?
We were keeping that block back there.
That was all solid green. Okay, use that for a wash coat. Yes.
Andre Hill, what is the cure time before reinstalling the sink? Well, after we apply the top coat, we'll wait, what, the next day?
I would say 24 to 48 hours. So that all depends too on your curing humidity and temperature. We have been struggling with a high humidity. It's over 90%, which slows the cure of the cementous product and speeds up the curing of the epoxy. So tomorrow we'll be back to the ultimate top coat. We'll let that cure a day. I'm gonna suggest 2 days, and then we'll install that sink.
Any problem with this one for a wash coat?
Huh?
Any problem
No.
with this one for a wash coat?
Can you do epoxy on drywalls? No, you can't, but you can do it over foam and put the foam over the walls. Anyone in the chat knows anything about
Just smear it around.
our epoxy shower walls? You guys know what I'm talking about. Also, if you've seen our main videos on our YouTube channel, the huge wall right behind Mitch, or on Rhonda's channel on RK3 Designs, the huge wall behind them, that is epoxy over foam.
Can you get that back? Wash coat back there. Oh, yellow.
Whatever's at the store, these are the gloves that we used for today.
Home Depot specials.
Yep.
Except for me.
Ron had to get the,
Rhonda has
cleaning gloves.
she has DIY gloves.
Because they don't small enough. And they're so big, I have to tape them on my wrist. I feel like Wonder Woman.
And you are.
That's right. I've convinced them all that I'm Wonder Woman. All right,
Did you get some copper?
right here.
Cool.
Okay. Right over here, everyone. They're just putting down a little wash coat, skim coat,
And if you don't need that, I'll
grease
take
coat, whatever you want
Hey,
to call
while
it.
we're doing that, let me talk to them really quick about the colors.
it. You need this clear?
Okay.
Alrighty, guys. So it's super important when you're doing a multiple bucket pour, where you are having to go back and recreate your recipe more than once. It's super important that you mark your buckets and you know that you have plenty of product to be able to split amongst those buckets. Because that way your recipe is gonna be very consistent. So in this recipe, in our first bucket, we have Debbie Shimmer by Color Passion. It is a metallic paste. Then we have Resin Art, which is a powder, but it's almost like a freeze-dried powder, if that makes sense. It really mixes so nicely in epoxy. That's like our blue mermaid color. Then we also have another Resin Art color called Sea Glass. That's also a powder. And then we have a color from Color Obsession called Dark Turquoise. That's our translucent color in all of this. We did tint it dark, but it's still translucent. Then we came in with Color Passion Deep Green, which is our darkest color of our palette. And then, so that we can lighten things up a little bit, we came in with Color Passion Pearl Shimmer, but we mixed it with a little bit of the Illuminolite white opaque dye. And the reason we did that is I didn't want that pearl, that hard pearly color. I wanted to lighten it up a little bit, but I didn't use too much, so I still have that shimmer. And that is our color palette. And then for our accent things, which we will do about 30 minutes after we pour, is the Illuminolite Polycolor in copper, and it is a metallic. Nope, it is a powder, sorry. It is a metallic powder. Okay, we ready? You
Washed
ready
up,
for the
ready for
second?
heat?
Here we go. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Again, if y'all didn't see us pour colors in the first bucket, we're pouring rather gingerly. We're not just throwing it in there. And we're pouring in bigger amounts at a time. Instead of just tiny little pours, we're adding a little bit more color at a time. So we have bigger blocks of that color coming out of our bucket.
Hey Vamp, I'll make you a moderator here in just a second. Thanks for hopping in.
Vamp to the rescue.
Vamp to the
Vamp.
rescue.
Erica and Clara are the best moderators in the world.
I'll let you know that.
So guys, while y'all are watching too, every Tuesday night, we go live at 7 p.m. Central Time on our Arcade 3 Design YouTube channel as well. And we do all kind of fun things every Tuesday night, so y'all join us.
Thanks, Tony.
Guys, let us know where you're watching from. How long you been watching Stone Coat on YouTube?
What do you guys think of that?
Do we need grease coat or do we empty all of
We
it?
got it out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on.
You're ready, rock
We
and roll.
use the rest of that one bucket.
And then we can use some of that in that bucket.
Yeah, we'll be full.
Yeah, we're doing a dirty pour, guys, so we're not gonna be doing a flip coat. We're gonna go straight to the top coat tomorrow, but if we were doing,
We did that seal coat yesterday too.
yep, if we're doing a normal 3 ounces per square foot design. The next day we would come back with the same product with no colors. There's our clear flood coat. And yeah, so that would be our clear to go over that if that's what the deal is for that job. No flood coat for this one necessary though.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
I'm thinking if you start there just a little bit, it's gonna be easier. Just,
Small.
oh, but you're already,
Pull the shirt back.
yeah. Perfect. Then we can pull, when the bucket gets lighter, we can.
Woo!
That's the bottom of your bucket.
I'll come in when there's a little bit of room, guys, and show you what it looks like. Woo!
Catch that over there, spread now.
I'm gonna mix some more.
What?
I have a little, I'm doing a little tiny dirty pour for the corners.
I need some in this top corner right there too, before we dump it all.
For the black splash, guys, we have what is it? A stick on?
That, yeah,
Or
it's
something.
like a tile.
It's like a tile, which we'll just adhere over the original. The contractor here on site will be installing that. We have some samples laying around, so when we get around to it after we're done pouring, I'll show you guys that for kind of an idea.
Huh? I'm gonna have to make some more up. Just please make some more up.
However much you want. It's another gallon? Yeah. Or not? Half a gallon?
Oh, Mitch, your mom's watching.
Yo, come on.
This looks good. What do you guys think?
Okay, we're gonna have to pour in a smaller cup. Okay, can you reach that up there? Okay, so if we,
It might be all right.
okay, if not, I can mix up.
Okay, I haven't put A in yet, so your call.
Well, I have all the colors but the mermaid and,
Wow, you got pretty good coverage.
It might be all right.
Yeah,
Once that
here's
stuff
some.
levels out.
yeah, here's some green.
Can I get that back on
Here,
the torch?
you want this?
Are we cool with that?
Yeah. This is where we're.
Here, let me give you this, and then you can put that one up. Just write this up.
You got some left?
I think we're good right now.
Okay, you can fill in over here.
We're out of blue. I'm done.
Nothing left?
Yeah, we went over colors earlier, Jason. And then, guys, for anyone that wants to know this exact color recipe, once the video is done, we'll go and get the color recipe kind of put in the description of the video.
Claire's got the links to the colors
Yeah.
as well, so she'll be posting them.
And then when we put up the full tutorials, and this video will go up on all of our channels as well, so once it's all said and done, you'll know exactly what colors we used. Hey Kenny, do you got that that lens filter for the phone? This looks amazing. Do you got that thing? The polarizer for the phone?
For that?
Yeah.
Remember, we only have to have it come off on the side. Yeah.
Put some.
And heat it up.
There we go.
Torch it if you want.
Oh, that looks way better. Thank you.
I'm gonna just go out right behind you.
How do you spread it in the places that didn't get poured on? Well, the epoxy is self-leveling, so it'll creep a while over time, and then also you just can use your hand and kind of get it wet.
And the skim coat helps with that.
Yeah, and we did a skim coat, wash coat, grease coat, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, that helps it move.
Helps it flow. Where epoxy has been, epoxy wants to go. Yeah. This is looking good, guys. Smash that like button.
Alright, I got short arms.
Sorry, everyone. If you can see the huge rig that I was carrying, you'd understand. I'm trying not to run into the epoxy, so if it kind of gets wonky for a second, my apologies. Look at that.
Spots that need some. Have you ever did any in that corner?
I'm gonna post up for a second, everyone, and see if there's any questions I can answer.
Here, I got you.
How do you get spills off from unintended surfaces like walls? Well, if you catch it soon enough, you can just wipe it with a paper towel, kind of dampened with isopropyl alcohol. It should wipe right off of the wall. If you have a bunch of epoxy that has dried on your drywalls, that's a bummer. You'll have to get that off. I'll look at Rhonda. That's funny. Yeah, we're still gonna do the Q&A at the end, everyone, for those that are just tuning in or missed that part. So I know there's a lot of questions being asked right now. I just don't have a third arm to be able to answer some of them. So thank you for being patient. Are you in Oregon? No, we are not. We are in Hawaii right now.
Mitch, get underneath, Mitch. It's dripping.
I accidentally hit a little on there.
Thank you, everyone.
I was like, what is this? Yeah, I know.
We use the dyes with alcohol for alcoholing, not the metallic powders.
That'll be good.
What? I would pull that. Maybe that's.
Not yet.
Yeah, we can go ahead and get it
Want
dry.
it to match, Robert?
Huh? I mean, yeah.
Is it just the,
What is that white border around? Oh, that's our tape dam. So we had some small insulation foam tape we put around the perimeter of the countertop to create a dam so we can let this epoxy thicken a little bit before we let it run down because we're using excessive epoxy. That's the stuff right there that we used for the tape dam. Thanks.
Make sure you put it over the blue tape, not directly on your epoxy.
Yep, pro tip. Yeah. Yeah, you guys can see how much we prepped. I mean, look at all that. Look at all the plastic and the tape. It's better to spend extra time prepping your job site because inevitably epoxy is going to want to go somewhere it's not supposed to. So what is it, the 5 Ps? Who knows the 5 Ps? Or 6 if you really know it. Do they work on the mainland? Yeah, so Stone Coat is out of Southern Oregon. We don't have a shop for you to go in, but that's where HQ was. Hoof-hearted, yes. We will be here for the next couple days and then back home. I myself live on Oahu though.
is it just the
Aloha Kalili, I saw a notification that you emailed me. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for reaching out. Where do you stay out there? I'm in Wahiwa. Where's Mike? Mike is on Big Island. We are on the island of Kauai. Do you guys come to Las Vegas? Sometimes. Last time we were out there was for the World of Concrete.
No, back there. Or maybe even do it further.
Here, I'm gonna
up.
move
Yeah.
closer and then set it up again and then answer more questions.
Yeah, from there to the corner. To your right, yeah.
Cool. Here, I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek of our view. Look at that. Beautiful. So we're bringing the jungle inside. Right?
Here's a little pro tip. If you want, are you putting it over there? I'm gonna bring in just a little bit of lightness over here.
Yeah, it is. Are you changing directions on your torch?
Yes, sir.
Look at this. I think you're not moving. I think you're going too slow.
How many gallons for this project? Well, I think we're going about 8 ounces a square foot for this dirty pour.
It's all good. I'm gonna get new gloves.
And 100 square feet, so 800 ounces ish. 256 and a 2-gallon kit. So 2, 4, 6. I don't know, like 8 gallons, I think. The copper highlights are beautiful, huh? Good job, Rhonda, on the copper highlights. Good job on the copper highlights. They're loving it.
Well, I had to because it was too dark. They wanted shorts.
There's a lot of color. Plus, once they get the
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's a rain and a like
Watch the camera. That gets hot back there.
hot.
We running? Oh, that's direction.
I thought just a little bit of light in the back. It just
That's awesome.
kind of dark. This one's got plenty of light. This does too.
Oh, hey, thanks for that. You didn't need to do that. Thank you.
When are you gonna spritz it?
That's cool. I've never seen that before.
4 o'clock, you're done with these packets,
Yeah,
right?
how long did we wait before we put the copper in the first one?
You gotta start doing it now, cause it's been an hour.
Okay, well, that's what I'm asking. Alright, let's start doing copper. Oh, I need it in a cup. Yellow.
Hey guys, it's gonna get jittery for about 0.2 seconds, so just bear with me.
Alright, we good? Yeah.
I gotta replace the SD card on the camera.
Right here.
Okay, so I can call you.
Okay. How did you get the product to Hawaii? We shipped it. They're giving us, there's some weird regulation issues that we've had, so we're still kind of ironing those things out. But we were able to get it out of here, yeah.
Are they asking about shipping?
Yes, they are.
Cool.
To
Hawaii.
To, yeah, Oahu.
Yeah, shipping to Hawaii, Oahu, Alaska, anything in the air. There's higher regulations in the formulations, so they've been working hard to tweak some of our formulations to be able to put them in an airplane without compromising the performance of the resin. So that process is still ongoing. We've nailed the art coat. We're going to tweak a few more of the recipes, and then we're going to be able to distribute the epoxy to those hard to reach spots that the material would have to go on an airplane. So that should be by the end of this year, but don't quote me on that, but it is definitely getting worked on. So that's coming here in the future. Stone Coat will be able to mail to Alaska, to Canada, to Hawaii, even to the UK across the pond. So our reach will be able to come a little bit further. Those look great on there.
What about Central America?
Yeah. We've had some problems going down south with customs and stuff like that. We're looking at getting some distributors down in Mexico and things like that to help with the get the products to you. I'm gonna torch this another time. We're almost ready to peel. Okay.
Is this considered a big job?
Yeah, this is a pretty big job. So the average countertop job is 40 to 50 square feet. So this is double that. This is 100 how much? 110 square feet. So more than double. What our biggest issue has been is dealing with humidity. We're not used to pouring in temps and humidity like this. So if you're in Florida, if you're in the East Coast in the middle of summer and humidity is above 75%, it's definitely going to affect your epoxy curing. It's going to cure quicker. If you're working with the cement materials, it's going to slow your cure because water's getting out of there. Same with painting on your undercoat. I say wait 4 hours to cover your undercoat, but that's in my hometown. That's in Oregon. I don't think we see humidity above 40% all year long. What's the time frame on? When did we mix?
309. We started at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock? What time is it now?
309 is when I put in a 3:50, 4 o'clock. Straight up.
4 o'clock. All right, we're at 50 minutes. We're nearly ready. And remember, we're just pulling off that front, so maybe we could even wait a hair. But at that point,
Yeah, let me
You need to
just
spritz it.
Spritz
You
it?
need to get the other.
I need to spritz my veins a little bit.
I'll torch it. and
Rhonda is
spritz
putting
it.
down the copper right now.
And you know, even though they're poured out of 3 separate buckets, they're all within the same family. You know what I mean? Just like slices of granite slabs, slice A is going to look a little bit different than slice B or C. So when you buy them all, you get them all in the same kitchen, they're all going to match just like this epoxy does. And Rhonda achieved that by marking her buckets, like she said earlier. We kept the ratios the same. We didn't necessarily pour them into the exotic pour bucket the same, but we kept those color ratios equal. I'll torch this one. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Hit these veins.
Yeah, and then I wouldn't hit them a whole lot with heat, but I would hit them with some alcohol.
Copy. I'll spritz it.
Careful up top.
Isopropyl even acts a little bit differently in the high humidity.
Nice.
It's still selling it out, getting some more natural looks, but it's less aggressive than if I was in Oregon or Texas, by that means. I jumped the gun, Keith, on having you mix more. We had plenty. I do that every time.
Huh?
I said I jumped the gun on having you mix more.
That's cool. I just put B, so
We'll just pinch it and pour it back in.
No. Can't do that. That bucket's already been mixed in. So-
Oh, you've got B in there, you got A and B already in that bucket?
Well, I got B in it, but it's a bucket that already has some mixed in it.
It has some A and B in it? Yep. Then you might as well just mix in part A and mix it. Yeah, or it won't set up ever.
Yep.
Yeah, that's probably what we should do. That's how you actually are supposed to dispose of it.
Tape dam's holding up, right?
Yeah. Ooh, sticky. Tape's hard. That's what gets it all.
Cover that nuts.
You gonna put any back there?
Yeah, I said that for me.
Hey, Keith, would you be able to come around and just hold this? I'm just not gonna man it
Just the
for a
lights.
second.
Man, these look good. Your veins are great, Rhonda.
Thank you so much. Positively, absolutely.
Yeah. Can you get me some behind on this other one? Can you get some alcohol? On
Yep. Are you gonna put some back there?
Sure. Oh, I can, oh, you're gonna have to do that. Yeah, yeah.
What you thinking?
Just wherever.
I think I'll follow like this line.
Yeah. That looks cool.
Okay, gotta steer it now. Thanks for holding my shirt. Cool. Cool. We can integrate it more like how they did.
It's so quiet. Everyone's so focused.
Right. That's why we're not addressing the live. You need this copper, Rhonda?
No, I got a cup over here.
While you're here, I'm gonna show you guys the sink. We had a question about the runoff from the sink. So we actually taped, I don't know if you can see under Mitch's arm there, plastic. That's all taped off in there to catch anything, and then we also dammed around it. So we're really not gonna get too many leaks right there.
You good?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright, spritz it and then we're good to go.
And then we'll peel it.
So yeah, so there you go, it's good.
Here, hold on. Here. Here, give me, hold on.
My belly's too big.
I tried.
It's okay.
That's a you problem.
It is a me problem.
World problem.
Good thing I trimmed and manscaped for the Hawaii trip. I'd be waxing my tummy.
Here, Mitch. Just don't keep it next to yourself. Don't keep it next to your torch.
That would be viral.
Here it is.
We almost ready probably to peel, huh?
Yeah, well, we gotta spritz these two.
That's cold
All
and
right.
smelly.
Go for it.
My belly was too big, Keith. Yep, I sure did.
Yeah, not too much arm twisting to get us out here.
Thrown two shirts away already.
And it was only a hop, skip, and a jump for me, so. Ooh, look at those. What do you guys think?
Just that water bottle. Dump it in my mouth.
Here, I'm gonna spritz that.
Okay.
Jump in front of me.
All that runout that you guys are seeing on the plastic, guys, wasn't because we had a leak in the tape. That's because we already pulled, reapplied. We did a skim coat yesterday of epoxy. So this isn't the first layer of epoxy. Those are the drips that you're seeing. They're from yesterday.
Yeah. Man, that looks pretty. We gotta be a little bit careful with the alcohol.
What technique did you do on the edges? We did a rock face, but we used cemental. We did a concrete overlay these concrete overlay, excuse me, over these tiles. So we did level quick on the surface,
That's where you test it.
cement all on the edges with a mixed in adhesive.
I think the reason you're having more of this is I made.
Luke, can you show the foam tape? Yes, I can. I'm gonna show you the foam tape over here. So you see the blue tape? We put the blue tape down first. That thin, it's about 3/8 insulation foam strips. We tape that on top of that blue tape to make us a little dam. Because you see how big the drop edge is, right? It's 2 inch, so let it set up for a little bit. Here, not too long, we'll be pulling the tape.
Pretty. I think it's time to peel too. Yeah.
Y'all ready?
And then it'll flow over perfectly.
we don't have anything to grease it.
As it's coming, you start greasing. All right, we're gonna start peeling.
All right, I'm gonna come around that way. That was good timing.
So what I'll do, Keith, and I guess I'll teach y'all at the same time. I'll start peeling, and then I'll squeeze it off like I was doing, and I'll blob it on the edge, and you follow behind and kind of spread it out. What we're gonna do is we peel this off, we're gonna grease that edge or lube it up as I'm pulling that tape with the residual resin. So we're gonna peel our tape down here. Nice and easy. And I peel away from my project to kind of start bringing that resin over, and then I grab any of this residual and wipe it on the edges. It's a good way to cheat.
Jason, I think that's a mixture between really excess
Come behind me, Keith, and
amount and then also from the torching. Probably torching a little too close. No? Far?
From what?
How do you get the turtle shell?
It's from those mica powders.
The mica powders.
It's from torching and then.
And it pushes it and it,
Exactly.
yeah.
yep.
Just disrupts them when the torch is.
Mm-hmm.
Gives it full effect if you want. That directional.
I hate quartz countertops, but this is a whole nother level. Thank you.
Watch that.
That's kind of good.
So you guys see how Mitch is pulling away from the top, and then Keith is coming behind him, rubbing those edges out to promote that epoxy to flow over nicely. And for what, the next 2-3 hours?
Yeah, it'll continue to drip. These edges are extra large. Normally their edge is like 1.5 inches thick.
You can show them how it's coming down.
These
now.
are, I would say, yeah, they're almost 3 inches. So that's almost double the edge, but in the end, it turns out beautifully. So we're encouraging it with this extra resin. Oftentimes on a normal edge, I just peel this tape. I'm not so concerned with this, pulling all this off. It's just an insurance policy that these are gonna flow nice and uniform like the tops above.
Yep. So you guys can see, so it's starting to run, right? And then it'll bring the design
That's
over,
just within minutes.
and then it'll look like this. So,
Yeah.
pull the tape, it runs
Out on
down.
these tops.
Looks so
And
great.
it's only flow in one direction. That helps too.
And then just simply using your fingertips to help promote it go down the edge. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy.
I'll get in there in a
That's why it's
second,
important
everyone.
also not to put your tape too high up when you're doing this type of a tape down.
Too far in, not high.
Yeah, too far in, correct.
Don't put it too far in.
We put these tape downs on the surface whenever we're using a rock face edge. Because the tape doesn't like to stick to that rough in and out. You have little valleys that the epoxy fill in, and then that tape down's gonna pop off. I'll just continue on, guys, and keep going down.
Yep. Oh, thanks for answering that, Stacy. Yeah, that's correct. We use MDF as far as our wood substrate goes. You can use plywood. Our choice is MDF.
We don't use
Yeah.
plywood.
I'm not saying you can use
Oh,
plywood.
yeah. We use Medex even.
Medex is better.
Yeah.
Medex is like MDF on steroids.
Yeah, it's a water resistant.
We'll have to
Yeah.
get, as it starts dripping,
I'm on your right, Mitch.
we'll need some
Yeah.
on this top side here, guys.
Yeah, and what we did to pick the colors is we had a, this is a pro tip, guys. When working with your customers, have a couple sample boards,
And inspiration photos.
some photos, get an idea of the color palette, and then for the design, we went dirty pour for this bad boy
So Keith, there's a good amount.
with some
that's
accent
on this
colors
video.
over top.
Too greasy?
So,
Yeah.
I can tell you.
Yeah,
Wait for
sure.
some to- We're gonna have some heavy runoff here.
Okay, so when the homeowners reached out to me about coming to Hawaii, I asked for some photos first of the kitchen layout, the square footage of the kitchen that we would be doing, and several inspiration photos that had the colors, not necessarily the pattern that they were wanting, but the colors that they were wanting. So what I did is once I got all that, I compiled all the colors that we needed. I worked with Erica from Artist Till Death. She is the color guru. If any of you ever need color help, you can reach out to her. She's really good with color palettes. I compiled all the colors and we brought them with us. So when our first sample board, we actually used 12 colors. And we did that on purpose so that we can start pulling the colors that maybe we didn't want in there. And then by the time we got to our last sample board, we had narrowed it down to the 6 colors. And boom, here we go. So I think we did a good job in pulling our color palette together. What do y'all think? Let us know.
When we get to the point where there's
Yeah? We got a thumbs up from the homeowners? Great. Yeah, there we go. That's a stamp of approval. You heard it from the horse's mouth. There we go. Ooh, look at the edge that Keith is working on right now.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like is how linear that is.
Well, it's gotta be linear because it's going vertical. Yeah, there's no way to get, yeah, there's no way to stop that.
All right.
Yeah, I think gravity's been around longer than we have, unfortunately.
Right.
Right by ya. Look at that, everyone.
You can pull that sink way later.
also need the, that's the real one stretch.
All right, I'm gonna post up right here for a little bit, everyone.
I need some paper towels.
I'm gonna stay out of their way for a couple minutes.
You need them wet?
No, I just gotta dry, I can't pull this
So-
tape over here.
Ask your questions.
I'm gonna go ahead and turn off, put some gloves on to help.
Okay.
I was too lubed up, I couldn't get this corner, so I need to get some more of this edge here.
Britt asks, how long do we have to store it? Trying to make my, what do you mean store it? Are you asking the shelf life? Unopened shelf life, what do we say, year-ish? About. This is layer 2. Do they say in between? Yes. We use 220 between coats. Light scuff is all that is needed. Kiln dried wood is what Britt is asking. So, oh.
This is gonna be heavy edge too.
Well, you can go over. What's the? Someone's trying to dry their wood. You know,
Dry it,
you know?
kiln.
how long?
It all depends
It
on
all
the wood.
depends on the
On
wood.
what's the
how much
moisture?
moisture.
What's the moisture content that you can go over?
I think it's 8 in
It's
it.
under 8, yeah.
Under 8%?
Yep.
Thank you for that answer. So the edges, these are a natural rock face edge look that we went for. Some people prefer, you know, a round over modern looks. Some other people want it to look like it's just a raw chunk of stone. In this case, exotic looking stone. So that is just a design preference.
Here, run your hand again, because I want to keep them covered. Where?
Right along that edge over there, sorry.
Start peeling off the edges. Cool.
We're gonna have plenty, this is flowing really nice.
What does the alcohol spray do? So that is 91% isopropyl alcohol. After we pour, we'll kind of spurts it on top of the surface, and what it does is it creates these natural looking selling effects. It kind of repels some of the colorants in the epoxy. So that's one purpose for it. Another purpose is, see how they're scraping
Still gonna flow like crazy.
the bottom of the edges. When the epoxy starts to gel up, it gets really, really sticky. So to make it easy on your glove, kind of squirt a little alcohol on your gloved hand, and it makes it much easier to run your fingers underneath that surface to kind of smooth out those drips. But this is gonna be dripping for a couple hours though. Where is Kenny? Kenny is right there.
He's going to be playing golf tomorrow.
Playing golf tomorrow. Yes. On the Lord's Day.
Oh, you top coat.
What?
Do you give in-person live classes? Yes, we do.
I can.
Rhonda with RK3 and Kenny with RK3. She holds in-person, hands-on epoxy classes.
Whatever you want.
What, about every 6 weeks, 2 months or so you have a class?
Every month.
Every month?
We have a 2, a 3, and a 4-day class. So just go to our website, rk3design.com, check out the workshop tab, and let us know. I know our pro class in May, I believe we're sold out. We may have one spot left, but I believe we actually are sold out on that class. Our April 101 fabricating class, I think we have 6 or 7 maybe open, and I will be posting our summer schedule, because right now we only have classes up till May posted. When I get back, I'll be posting our summer schedule on into our fall. So be looking for that, sign up for our newsletter, rk3design.com, and you will get newsletters and updates on our classes and our products. We do have a full line of Stone Coat products on our website. We do same-day shipping if you call before noon, and we do free shipping on all orders over $100. So check out our website.
There you go. And for anyone who couldn't hear her, go to rk3designs.com. Check out her class schedule. Rhonda, how many people do you think? Sorry, how many people are in each class? You think 25?
We only allow
20.
Yeah, because we don't overfill our classes. That way everybody, our staff is
Yep.
able to help every single person there.
There you go, guys. So you heard it just then. Only 20 spots per class. So go to the class schedule, check it out. Get your spot today before it gets filled up. They fill up quick.
And we are running a special where if you buy one full pay ticket, you get to bring one guest for 25% off. So a lot of times people will buy 2, they'll combine that and it's a little cheaper for both people. And we do provide all the supplies, and we provide lunch every day. So yeah,
Just lunch, amazing.
Amazing lunch.
We have Leslie is our cook, our chef, our everything, and she cooks amazing meals. Those of you that have been there can attest to that. I don't cook, I promise. I would never do that to you.
We are using matte UTC, matte natural look. So what that does for people who don't know, what you're seeing right now is glossy look. Tomorrow we're gonna be rolling on our matte ultimate top coat. It brings the sheen down, makes it look like a real natural chunk of stone. Will increase the scratch resistance and shoot the durability to the moon. It is insane
One
in the
thing
membrane.
good- let me add to that. One thing good about doing a matte finish when you have a house that's full of light is that when I'm looking across this countertop right now with all the light reflection, I really can't see the colors because there's so much light. That matte is going to cut that high gloss sheen down so that now we'll be able to see all of our colors. So that is something that we found most of our customers really do like, that natural sheen, because you really can't see those colors. We need it more, I guess, in your coverage. Oh, but we don't need it.
I don't think so.
And again, for any of those who have recently tuned into this live video, when we can stop playing with the epoxy when it's starting to cure, we are going to do a live Q&A once we finish up this project on this live. So if you have a question that hasn't been answered, we'll all sit down, sing Kumbaya, and go over any of your questions. My guess would be maybe an hour or so. That is my guesstimate. Yeah, for those who want to see what the kitchen used to look like, I will be editing down this tutorial for you all and show you every single step of the way, from tile to grinding down the tile to applying a concrete bonding primer, the concrete overlay. We did a little 1-2 ounce seal coat, and then today is color coat. Tomorrow will be top coat, and this job will be, or this kitchen will be ready for use and abuse here in a couple days. And just like Vamp said, everyone, there will be multiple videos of this tutorial, so you guys will not miss a beat. Trying to give you guys what you want. Ooh, look at Rhonda over there getting crazy with the copper. Love it. You guys want to go see? Let me know. Do you want me to show you guys the project right now? Do you want to fly over, or do you want to sit here and I can answer some questions? Let me know.
That was epic.
Mitch, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm a little sweaty. I'm not
Yeah?
quite used to the Hawaiian humidity yet. How long does it take to get used to the humidity? Luke, you live here.
I do.
You said it took me 4 hours.
I was about to say, it took me about as long as it took to get there, and then I'm there, and then
Well,
it's something, you know, you just,
you're a third of my
you accept.
body mass index, so
Yeah.
that might have something to do with it. Oh, I see some bubbles I gotta get.
This isn't much different than the
Fly, Luke, fly, copy. I like that. That's funny, Clara. All right, I'm gonna go slow. I don't wanna, I almost, we had an accident and I almost fell over with the camera because my flip-flop got stuck in the epoxy on the ground, so bear with me. And if I'm chatting too much, guys, just let me know. You won't hurt my feelings.
Show Luke some love. It's awesome. Thank you, Luke.
Thanks, Keith. Keith's the man. I met Keith at Rhonda's pro class, and it's just went from there.
Well, I knew she was hungover and I didn't want to get into a fight with her.
Where did it go?
What are you looking for?
All right, one second.
Went from there.
Yeah, it went from there. It went to here. All right, here. All right, now we're doing flyover. Yeah, for those asking, so we'll torch, we'll just do several passes until we don't see some bubble stop coming. Yeah.
Kenny, you think you just wait till you start getting stringy and then hit the sinkhole, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. I would say.
Ooh, look at
once
that
it
part.
gets super stringy, because then we could still manipulate it,
Uh-huh.
and then it'll just
Sure.
make the design better.
This, the moss and what?
I'm coming around slow.
Mossy green.
Sea
Oh,
glass. Sea glass.
Look what this did.
1 second.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Yeah. That's what's so cool is that you really just get, every time you do it, you get a different look.
I didn't even change it.
Yeah, I love it. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't want to get in their way, guy.
Oh my
Please be patient.
I think it's just gonna rearrange
You would
this
just
right here.
dump this on me.
No,
No.
where's the box knife?
All right. Hey everyone, I need to go handheld to get you close-up flyover. So I'm gonna back up. Give me about 60 seconds.
I want to show what you're doing here. Luke right now has 3 cameras going
I
on
do.
one unit. That's epic.
I do. Hold on.
What can I do to help you, dude? Anything?
No.
I got this.
Boom. So this is you guys were on top of the camera, but that's the rig. I got a lot going on. All right. Let's go get in here.
Oh, is that an Insta Live?
No, that's so I can
That's so he
I
can-
can read
he
the
can
chat.
read
Oh, you're watching it.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Wait.
I could give us 2 angles. That'd be cool if you can go.
Nice and slow and steady.
Yeah, I will. Cam 1, cam 2, that'd be nice.
We just go.
Oh, my Lanta. Why are so many people working on this project? Because it is a large project. How many people could do this job realistically? 2?
2.
Yep, I think 2.
2, but we got a 5-day time constraint, so.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
Keith on the machine was our mix man. So if anything's sticky, we got somebody to play.
Stop picking on Keith. He's doing an amazing job.
We got a scapegoat. Keith was the goat today.
And I saw one of the questions was, how come we're torching so much? And the reason is, remember guys, we're doing a dirty pour. We're using 9 ounces per square foot. So that's more product that's being dammed up, which is gonna cause more bubbles. So that's why we're torching a little bit longer and more often than when we do a basic pour where we're using 3 ounces per square foot. So,
Bubbles have a
Great answer.
longer way to dry.
It's like Family Feud. Great answer. Great answer.
yeah, we're gonna, yeah.
Man, let's see if I have a.
Towards the.
Hold on. Try to get that. Ooh, you guys see that magic? How it just disappeared? How did Luke do that?
So pretty.
Oh my, wow.
I don't think I had enough.
Oh, here. Let's see these edges.
You're half a cup.
It just drips.
Is this it?
It's a little busy.
That's beautiful. Crush that like button. Share this live. Make sure you subscribe to Stonecoat, RK3, and KCDC Designs here on YouTube. Thank you everyone for
Yeah,
your
that's a
support.
trick question.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong person there.
Because we did a live edge. What is the plan for the backsplash? We're gonna do like a copper rustic tile like stick on. So it's gonna go over this. The contractor is gonna install that. We're not gonna be here anymore by that time. But in the full tutorial, hopefully by then the customer can kind of get us some photos, and you guys will see what the final look is. I'll tell you what, when I was grinding back there, not easy. I was like filleted out on top of the counter. I have short arms. Love it. Look at this.
That's cool. I love that.
It's a what?
Big stout.
Oh, stout. I thought you said scallop.
Stop, huh? There's one.
The same time.
Robert?
430.
So I saw one of the questions earlier was how do you pour when there's a raised bar? What we did in this scenario was we actually poured these ones, the top, several hours ago, earlier today. We waited for the drips to stop dripping, right? So it stopped dripping. Then we were able to proceed to this one. So we had this one actually plastic off. The drips fell on top of that. This one set up, pulled this plastic, proceeded forward. I hope that made sense.
Now we're
I have
called Drip Patrol.
I have laminate countertops. Can I do your product like this? Stacy from Chicago. Great question, Stacy. Yes, you can. We go over laminate all the time. That way you don't have to rip it up or anything. So we have a lot of tutorials on that exact process. Search up epoxy, stone coat epoxy over laminate on our YouTube channel. You learn how to do it there. It's really easy. You just clean your laminate surface with TSP, get up all the grease and grime, sand it with 60 grit, apply a layer of bonding primer, and then you're off to the races with your underpainting and your epoxy.
All right.
Hey, you have clean gloves, Ron?
No.
I do some, what do you need?
Well, because there's some drips, I think we need to go back over with
The big boy is.
What is the average cost if you do it
I
yourself,
was gonna say you need alcohol.
including
And rub it.
all the plastic, all the tools you have to, all the hand tools you'll need, including the material,
Yeah,
be about $5 to $10 a square foot.
all the way around. Got it.
If you do this for a living, an install for customers, obviously, it's more than, had a blowout.
So hard to get gloves back on in Hawaii when you're so.
Well, if you take them off and try to put them back on within a few minutes.
Right?
I just scrape some drips. And I have a little
It's
cup
impossible.
to get rid of them. It's already thickening up. It's not much. And while I'm doing this, guys, I'm also taking my fingers and really coating this bottom side. So I'm scraping drips and I'm impregnating the bottom sides of our edge with epoxy so it's nice and encapsulated under there.
Boom.
That would certainly make them one of a kind.
Ooh.
Yeah, we can have her with the copper spell our names and, the artist.
Look at this
I
magic.
think this is
Here, who's that?
Love that.
Huh?
Um,
Yes.
hey, Mitch.
Let me see that
Oh,
green.
never mind. You have gloves on.
I'm gonna work on this.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna give you one last flyover. I'm gonna set it back on the camera and go get a battery for this phone so this live doesn't end prematurely, yeah? We got some more guests. I think that's one of the neighbors. That's how it happens. Britt, that's a great question. You should join our Facebook group, Stone Coat Countertops Insiders, and ask if there's anyone in your area that does this. Chances are there is. I think we have about 90,000 members, most of which do this for a
Hey,
living.
Luke, I think there's a battery charger right there. I think I left it.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, he's running out of juice.
I have no clue. I can't check it, actually.
Huh?
I can't check the juice. I'm just preparing, I gotta just put that down. Gonna get jittery for a second. One moment.
Well, I mean, I don't wanna get rid of it because I got three more, grips off of that.
Cool. I'll be back momentarily, everyone. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Mitch, just letting you know, our Lumix is off.
Okay. Is that my mic or my here?
No, you're on.
You're-
They're both off right now.
Yeah, we're good. Yep. We're pretty much on drip control. You're gonna not show much of this.
Nope.
I was sitting here.
And we're still gonna do that Q&A at the end, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Look at this. Watch your feet though. Look at this.
Ooh. You guys
That is the best.
get to see behind the scenes of the real life customer
But
reaction.
there's many of them. Watch your feet though.
We are.
Hey, say hi to YouTube.
Hey, I didn't see you sneak in. How are you?
You guys doing swim class?
Oh my God.
So that you wouldn't know that you're sweating.
Me too. Mitch, I'm with you.
Right?
It is.
Unbelievable.
We're gonna be the envy of the island.
We're gonna get you so much business, you're gonna have to come hang with us.
Dang it.
Seriously.
Why did you use a cement overlay rather than Bondo on
Here for
the edges? We usually use Bondo with
Times of the day.
wood, but in this case specifically, the cementol was much more forgiving than the Bondo. The Bondo sets up pretty quick, and with as much, as you can see, as much edge that we do have, we needed more time to be able to manipulate the edge to get it exactly the way we wanted. So the cement was, it was the right move. And plus it's a little bit easier to work with anyways. And it doesn't stink, that's the best part.
Turned out, I feel like I'm in a gallery. Well, it turned out amazing. I'm sorry, no one can eat in here. It's incredible. Truly. So much.
You did a good job on
Looks awesome, but how do you keep the little lint hairs off of it?
Here.
So that has to do with air movement and windows being open, right? We're not worried about that at this stage in this pour because tomorrow, after it's fully cured about 18 hours or so, we're gonna sand all the little nibs and nubs off and then apply the ultimate top coat, which at that point will hide literally every single one of those. So that's why we're not worried about it. If we were not doing the top coat and we were doing a clear flood coat, what we would do is make sure there is zero airflow. All the windows are closed. You have the lights off so the bugs don't see the reflection when a dive bomb into it. Yeah, that's a pro tip. And that's how you would avoid any little dust bunnies. I hope that answered your question.
Where's that big cup?
Any of you out there?
Rhonda, right here. Where's that big cup of green?
What
Any of
is-
you out there with small hands and you can't find gloves that fit? Get these larger, I
Like-
guess cleaning gloves,
Yeah.
and if you tape them, they stay on.
Small hand problems.
Small hand problems. All right, what did you ask?
Sorry if it's rockety. I'm fidgeting with the camera.
Yeah. So, together. Can I come through? Luke, can I go through?
Absolutely, yeah.
I gotta go shower.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
And then remember, we're gonna get our dogs at 6, and then feed y'all at 6:30.
Now, see your dog shed. We're leaving up
We're
here.
not, we're keeping them downstairs.
Dog hairs will get
Nora, what do you mean by a flower petal look? Like, kind of like a flowy, abstract, like make a flower petal with the epoxy itself, or are you actually wanting like flowers or like a sticker? What are you doing with the island? Great question. So nothing. The island is already a river table. So we're just using that as a workstation.
Did you guys bring your suits? You should get them away for yeah.
Thank you, Clara. Thank you, Clara, for all the help. And Vamp. And Mama Q. Hi, Margaret.
Mama Q's there.
Yeah.
Mama Quest, let's have a talk. These boys are driving me crazy.
I'm gonna run away. Hold
I'm
on.
having to keep them in
I'm running
line,
away.
and it has not been easy. Just saying.
You would think she's outnumbered. She's not.
4-1.
She is not.
Lies and fairy tales.
Just saying that.
I was telling her the other day she grows about 5 feet when she gets angry.
That's right.
So 4 against 1 isn't enough. We're losing this battle.
That's right. All right. Woohoo.
Oh, Evan's around here somewhere, Clara.
Evan, yes, we brought Evan with us.
Yeah, but there's some very peachy this trip.
Christy, are you asking for a class, or is that something between you and her?
Lukester,
Yes, sir.
can you toss me a paper towel that your feet
Absolutely.
right behind you? Was this a cool live? Do you want to see more behind the scenes action when we're on site doing stuff? We have we got some shower projects coming your way. We've got some amazing new floor products coming out in a matter of weeks. That's going to be epic. We got a game changer in the DIY flooring industry where we took professional grade flooring materials and in our style and fashion and DIY them for you guys. So you're going to be able to save insane amounts of money on going and doing your garage flake floors like you see on social media or whatever, the different speckled flakes. We've improved our moisture seal epoxy, so we brought to the market a brand new product that penetrates in like tree roots into those concrete slabs. So those floors that have excess moisture underneath, they're now going to be compatible with our brand new flooring system. So that is coming here next month. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. Touching up that.
If anybody on there says walk away, Rhonda.
We already did 3 times.
Did they?
Guys, the rips are nearly done. Well, no.
David Jacobson, that's awesome. What design did you go with, man? Pumped to hear that.
It is.
Don't throw me under the bus, Clara. I am an angel. I do nothing wrong.
Lies and fairy tales.
We were so good here.
Yeah, I've been behaved. I remember every night so far.
Well, let me tell you something.
Except for the first one.
I did get my chuckles when all of y'all were getting the hell beat out of you when you were boogie boarding.
Oh no, that was fun pain. Oh no, that was
I saw
That was pain.
yes,
more than I saw your head. Your feet were up here.
yes. And down below, I had a big smile on my face and a mouthful of salt water, and my eyes were burning.
Yes,
But I loved it.
it's so worth it.
And I'm sunburned like a lobster.
Yes.
So what's going to be cool about this video when we drop it in a couple of months is we're going to do the beginning intro tomorrow after we've been in Hawaii for a week. And then we're going to start prep when we don't have no color. So it's going to go from super tan and red to then bright white when I start the video.
And as the video progresses, you'll just get more and more red.
And it'll slowly get darker throughout the week.
We're gonna be bright as ghosts.
Yeah. Yeah.
In Oregon, it's still snowing right now, so my poor wife sent me pictures. She hope you're having a good time, and it's snow coming down. It's at the beach.
Britt asked, is there a way to keep the finished product shiny? Absolutely. What we would do is apply the same product tomorrow, 3 ounces per square foot. Mix it, trial it, chop it, torch it, let it flow. It cures crystal smooth, just like glass, a glossy look, as you're seeing right now. I have a little lens on my camera, but if I take that off, you guys see all the reflections? That's that gloss look. So we would do clear over that tomorrow, and that is the finish that it would be.
So let me add something to that. If you don't put the ultimate top coat on your surface, and you just go with just putting a clear flood coat, remember that it takes a full 30 days for your epoxy to get to its optimal hardness. Doesn't mean you can't use it in 30 days. It means you have to baby it for about 30 days. When you apply the UTC, you cut that 30 days into about 2-3 days. And it really does increase the durability and protection when you use that UTC. If you've never used UTC before, make sure that you practice. You use the mixing ratio that is on my website, rk3designs.com. Also, I have a video, so if you guys need that information, Clara can put it in the link. And also, I believe they're going to start putting that actual ratio and mixing instructions on the Ultimate Top Coat bottles. So look for that to come soon. But if you use the correct mixing ratio with the correct amount of water, and you do the application method that we show you in our video, and that we're going to show in this video as well, guys, you can achieve a super beautiful, smooth finish.
That is not an exaggeration. Rhonda has nailed that recipe to get that recipe for freaking greatness. So go to our website, RK3 Designs. Check out the instructions on the application of UTC.
I love how this color right here flows, almost like it kind of really comes down on the bottom.
Luke, ask how many people who are watching, how many of them have used epoxy?
I will, 1 second. So after. Britt, so after the top coat, we can use the other UTC. There is a glossy and matte top coat, Britt, but understand the glossy top coat is going to give you a slightly different look than our glossy flood coat, which is the epoxy. So what I would recommend for you is go watch several videos to get a better idea of what that look difference is.
Any top coat that you apply with a roller, any gloss top coat on the market, bar none, I'll debate anybody about any product out there. Anyone that's rolled on with a roller is going to have a very slight visual texture. Now, when applied using our method, you will not be able to feel that texture at all. So if you do feel texture, you're doing something wrong. But the gloss will come out almost orange peely free if you follow our mixing instructions and our application instructions. So we love the gloss, but we actually love the matte even more because it takes away that high gloss plastic look. And like I said, with all these windows in here, when I look at this top, all I see is glare. So that matte UTC is really going to cut that glare, and you'll actually be able to see the true colors of the top.
Hey Clara, would you be able to drop our insiders link, please? And Rhonda's. You can go ahead and do both. And another thing to remember for the top coat, everyone, with the texture,
My favorite is this right here.
it is more scratch resistant than, like a flood coat. Part of that reason is because of those highs and lows. I'm gonna come in front of the camera. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Luke here.
Like this look.
So with the flat coat,
It's kind of coming right
flat
here.
surface, if you were to take something sharp and cut along that, right? That whole blade is on, fully touching the full surface all at the same time.
There's water in the refrigerator and the garage.
The top coat, little micro ridges, right? So what happens is that blade will skip across that surface slightly because there's less surface to touch at one single time. Helps with the scratch resistance. I hope that made sense.
Yeah. Minus 6 minutes,
We need like another hour and a half on.
at least.
Yeah.
Well, hell, we're still gripping those.
That looks good back there. I don't see any cribbage from my boo-boo. I call it fresh epoxy. On the bottom edge. When I went to hit the back.
Huh?
When I went to hit the back right here, I hit this.
Oh, I was wondering.
Dripping.
I was wondering how this got there. All right, I'm going.
We can just let it chill now for like an hour.
Yeah, at least.
What do we do? Just kind of start cleaning up or?
I wouldn't touch anything.
I think that my station, I don't know, have those things?
That's what time it is. Cocktail. What? What do you make yourself? I'll be on drip patrol.
Drip Patrol, let me know when Drip Patrol is over and I'm gonna give
We're
them,
pretty much done. Like, let's do
Yeah.
a little Q&A.
all right. Or here,
Let's go outside.
hey chat. Well, I'm on Wi-Fi, I'm not going outside with the, hey chat, do you want me to give you a flyover or do you wanna start doing some Q&A? Let me know in the comments.
Keith, get me some cold water.
Chat. Chad? He said, who's Chad?
Ice cold water. I'm dying.
Could Luke get water?
I need to get my sticky shirt off too, dude. Should I just do the rest of the live shirtless? Like Brett?
I'm gonna suggest
I would, you know what?
I have a shirt in my
Please
my
do.
backpack.
Please
It's
do.
easy.
The chat is begging you. Hey,
I don't know if they could handle it.
hey guys, do you think Mitch should do a tutorial with only overalls on and nothing,
No shirt.
no shirt underneath? Hey man,
If they share the video enough, I will.
if we get 1,000 shares on this video,
Oh my god.
I will do an entire tutorial with my overalls on, no shirt underneath, and only one strap on.
oh,
And it'll be the best tutorial you've ever seen.
it'll be the best, and that's gonna be our click-through rate will go through the roof.
I might be fired.
Your mom said no.
Thank you, Mom.
Oh
I
wait,
would tease my mom, and when I was living with her as a youngster in high school, and like I'd take a shower, there wouldn't be any bath towels, so I'd grab a hand
the
towel.
machine.
And walk through the house.
That is more than anybody out there needs to know.
Oh, that's fun stories. Stuff is getting thick. It's so much faster than at home. Insane. So, a takeaway, guys, out of this project is humidity really speeds up your cure time. You know, we still have that 45 minutes to work with it, but it starts gelling up a lot faster than it does at home. I would say an hour quicker. What about you? You kind of feeling the same way?
Yeah, we don't have this much humidity usually in my part of Texas, which is a little outside of San Antonio. So yeah, I've definitely seen a difference in doing this.
And it's not just the humidity, it's dew point also, because we do get very humid in Nebraska, but it's not this thick. Because it's very thick, it's wet. Paper sacks.
All right, everyone, I'm going to pull this off, give you a close-up,
It's starting to get a heck of sticky on my tummy.
and then we'll do the Q&A,
Does
yeah?
the dew point mean, like when it hits that temperature, that's when you get the dew on the grass?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so the dew point, let's say the dew point is.
It is much cheaper than granite.
As soon as the temperature
you
gets
do it
to
yourself.
60, moisture will
I would say a tenth.
Like, that's when you wake
You'll
up
save
one shield's
thousands.
wet.
We say that in all the YouTube videos. It's not clickbait. Now to have it installed in your home, if you're not going to DIY it yourself, then obviously yes, your cost as a customer will go up. But if you can find a piece of granite that looks like this,
Can we open this door down?
man, let me know where that's at.
So you're gonna need 64% viewpoint.
No.
Let's check those edges so you guys remember. When did you peel that tape? Like half an hour ago?
1 hour. We mixed at 310. We pulled this at 410, 4:15.
So an hour later.
What time is it now? 5? Oh, my water?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 5. Thank you. I'm dying.
So we pulled the tape 45 minutes ago. Get the white marble paint back. Hey, Britt, what do you mean by white marble paint? The only paint we sell is our epoxy undercoat, which is just like a 2-in-1 underpainting before the epoxy. Hey, Mitch.
Yo,
We have a great question. I have several houses I put granite in. Is it durable for tenants, like rental houses?
totally. Granite is real durable surface. If the customers damage it, you could easily go over it. But the epoxy is mega durable. It
Yes.
bonds tenaciously over granite. There's stone coat customers who have that's their whole business is going over granite. You prep it very similar to what we just did here. You're gonna rough it, clean everything first with TSP, gets the grease and grime out. Then we're gonna rough it up. You're gonna diamond abrade. You can't go grab Home Depot sandpaper like the Diablo. That will do nothing to score and rough up granite. You need to use diamonds. So I'll take a diamond cup wheel and score it. I would do it on low speed. You could even do it by hand. If you're rubbing that diamond cup wheel across your granite piece and you're seeing nice scratches, that's all you need to do. That bonding primer is going to come on next and create a chemical bond to the mechanical bond you just made by scratching up that granite. And now that epoxy has something to bite to. Epoxy will not penetrate and bite into a slick, smooth surface unless you rough it up first.
There you go.
But the answer is totally, man. And if you're I've gone out to many rentals and fixed granite sinklets, granite edges where the renters are not going to take care of it the way your homeowner does. They're in there, they're out of there, they don't really care. I've been paid a lot of money to repair granite. So to repair your epoxy, you put this ultimate top coat on, the renter moves out, you could abrade that ultimate top coat and apply another coat. 48 hours later, you have a brand new kitchen, just like the day you poured it for your next renter. And it's a very simple process. We'll be applying that tomorrow. We'll come back, we'll lightly sand these tops with 220 grit, we'll clean the dust off, and then we're applying the ultimate top coat, and then you're using the countertops in 2 days.
There you go.
Super sweet.
Yes, you can go over tile. This is tile. We went over tile.
Yep, this is
We just did a
tile.
concrete overlay.
There are grout joints under this epoxy, you wouldn't know it. That's because of that level quick we put down there.
Yeah, so here's, so that's what there's the tile right there. That's what it was originally,
I was gonna tell him, I have.
almost like a sandstone.
Oh.
So, and it's not very deep grout joints on this one either, so it worked out perfect. Yeah, what's up?
So guys, if you want to see the actual process where we put the level quick and the concrete on the edges, I have several lives on my RK3 Design Facebook page. Probably 6 to 8 lives where we actually show the process from the part where we started putting down the level quick and all of that. So go check out that on my Facebook page, and you'll be kind of caught up to speed with where we are right now.
There we go. And then, like I said earlier, we'll be dropping several full tutorials on this on our channel, RK3's channel, potentially KCDC's channel. Yeah, the marble spray out of stock. Do we have an ETA on that?
So you can grab the marble spray over at Rhonda's
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go to rk3designs.com. If we're out of stock on the marble spray, go there. She has it.
Yeah, I've got a full line of epoxy products as well, stone coat products, as well as Color Passion, Just Resin, Color Obsession, Resin Art, all of those colorants. We've got a full line of those on our website, and we do free shipping on all orders over $100, and we do same day shipping if you make your order before noon. And guys, we ship all over the United States, and almost all of our orders get there in less than 3 days. So we're really quick shipping. So give us a call if you need anything, and we do have the marble spray.
That's correct. If the higher the humidity,
Yeah.
the quicker this
Let them know
will
that
set
they
up.
can find the marble spray at RK3 Designs from this point forward.
Yeah.
From this point forward,
Okay. All right, so
Marble spray's on
Stone Coat
RK3s.
Countertop is no longer going to be carrying the Montana marble spray. So I'll,
Difficult to find.
yeah, so I'm, right now, I carry it. I've got tons of it. So I've got another 600 cans coming. So you guys can check out my website and I will have it there for you. If I am out of stock, give me a little time. Like I said, I have a bunch more coming, so.
get it while it's hot. That's like gold. All right, I'm gonna go back to the edges. So yeah, we about 45-hour-ish or so. Let me see if I can adjust the glare. Is when we pulled the tape. You can see the designs just come over. Yeah, Home Depot has it too, sometimes. Depends where you're at.
Epic, about the only thing I can think. Anything but getting it home. Really.
We won't be reinstalling the new sink. Our stay here is gonna be up before then. But I'll plop it back in for you guys to see final flyover in the final video.
They got a new sink.
Yeah, they got a new sink, but we're not gonna be here for that.
So keep that in mind when you go to build your countertops. If you put a drop-in sink in, it's so much easier to replace that sink later on than it would be an undermount. Your poor flops, bro.
No, not that. I'm getting lit up by mosquitoes, but I can't get them because I'm holding the camera.
Do you have mosquitoes in Oahu?
Yes. Is there water there? Yes. it's tropical.
Hey, tell Steve that the colors are listed. Steve, the colors are listed.
Well, several times in the chat
Yeah,
too.
Claire
Claire's
should be
gonna
listening.
send those. Oh, Vamp did it. Good job, Vamp.
This one's a top mount.
Top mount.
This one's top mount.
They bought a new
Under
one.
mount's
Their
easy
old-
though too.
Their old top mount sink was pretty beat up. They just measured the hole.
Got the
found
same
one
size.
Very similar size, and it's gonna fit right in.
Man, look at the.
My
I
favorite
can't.
thing so far are these homegrown lemons.
You
sour
pranked me with
ones?
that. Rhonda picked this thing and said, "Here, take a bite of this."
Oh yeah, I
orange."
forgot to tell you
And
guys.
it was
So
insanely sour.
the color inspiration was here was one piece. So they wanted to kind of get some of the greens.
On the copper. Tell them about how you did the copper base.
And the copper. Hold on, I'll get around to you guys. So those are some of the colors, and then if you see this huge mural, look at this. So it's a giant jungle scene, and it goes down to an ocean scene down there. So we took some inspiration from that. They have some blue. There's some blue artwork up there, a little bit of greens and blues over there. The wave and the couches. So the colors here, it's basically from everything around us, and I think it tied in perfectly. And then obviously the insane view of Waimea Canyon. Love it.
Did she bring salt in
No, they took it back.
I think this area is my favorite part. Which part is your favorite part?
Mine right here.
I think that's everybody's.
Come look
Right
at
where?
this. And then back here. This section.
Yeah, I think they wanted me to talk to them about the.
And then look at this section.
Hold on, let me get the glare out. Ooh.
Gosh almighty. That looks like exotic stone.
Oh my Lanta.
Check out this. That like alligator. I'm
Alligator?
not even gonna say it.
Alligator.
Alligatoring.
Crocodile?
Crocodiling.
Crocodiling? Snake skinning?
No,
Yeah,
that's
I gotta
the
get my
difference.
shirt on. This shirt is curing to my tummy.
It kind of looks like elephant skin too. All those wrinkles.
Do I need a mic, Luke, anymore?
No? Tortoise shell? Yeah, kind of like over here, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's what we kind of do.
Yeah.
Man, I love this. Reptilian? Ooh.
Oh, that was a little sour than one yesterday.
I love the copper veins. It's such a contrast. Wow. Thank you everyone for joining us today. A little unannounced live. This is amazing. Really happy we were able to show you guys this today. So another update or another just kind of recap. This is a 100 square foot granite tile kitchen. Day one I got here, we thoroughly cleaned the surfaces with TSP, get off all that old grease and dirt, grinded it with a 4.5 inch diamond cup
They
wheel
wanna know how they did the copper veins.
with copper metallic on a stick, and you drag it over.
But it's important to know,
That you
That
use
you-
alcohol.
well, okay, so for the metallic veins, we we poured everything first and we let it sit about 20 minutes. You don't want to do it immediately, because what will happen is this copper that we used, this metallic copper, it's a little bit heavier because of the particles, and if you do it right when you do the dirty pour, it's gonna sink. So we waited about 20 minutes or so, then I came just with a stick and I laid out the veins, and then we immediately hit it with a little bit of clear isopropyl alcohol. Fun fact.
There you go. So yeah, grinded it down to help create a mechanical bond for that bonding primer, for the concrete bonding primer, right? Yep. And then we did our concrete overlay. We did the edges with cementol.
Oh my god, this is
We used concrete bonding adhesive to mix it.
Yes.
It's really sticky and filled with glue.
Yeah. So all those steps were done before they got here.
No, we did the cemento. They could check out.
Oh, I was talking about the grinding. I'm sorry. And the bonding
check out
primer.
the prep steps on Rhonda's live.
Yeah, so go check out, and then your mom shared them on our Insiders as well. So 2 different places for you guys to see the lives and catch up to this point. The full tutorials on this probably will be dropped, I'd say, in 2 months. We're knee deep in getting ready to roll out our new flooring system, and so I am currently editing those videos. And then after that, we're gonna show you some showers. After that, we have a brand new kitchen set that we built at our filming station. And we're really excited about that. So that'll be coming up here in the next couple months as well.
So Steve was wondering if we use the torch. The only thing we used the torch for is to pop the bubbles. That was it. We
Oh.
didn't manipulate anything other than that.
Yeah, just a torch for this. We use so much, dirty pours, so all the flow is kind of natural already.
They asked if they could put that on a fiberglass tub.
No, it's not the best case scenario. Fiberglass tub has a little too much flex to it. It's gonna bond to that, but if that fiberglass tub were to flex too much, that's a delam opportunity. And also, the fiberglass tub is vertical. Our epoxy is gonna run in a vertical application, so it's not the best look. I've seen folks do bathtubs. They look kinda, not the greatest look. It's not the right epoxy to go over fiberglass. Tub surround or the shower glass things. It's too much flex.
There you go.
And epoxy's gonna just run if you go do that whole thing. Looks cheesy.
I'm gonna put this back
And
up.
we
on-
use 9 ounces, not 4. We use 9 ounces a square foot for this.
Part of that was this big giant edge we had. This is a 3-inch edge. Normally, that's double the normal height of an edge.
Yeah.
It's normally 1.5 inches. So we wanted to make sure we had enough to fully cover that beefy rock face edge. And it was cement, so that's also a little bit rougher and more porous than Bondo on our normal rock face edge. So that's one other reason we also put that initial,
Extra.
that extra seal coat on before that. Next 2 ounces.
That and the extra couple ounces was because these counters were not level,
No,
so we had to make up for that.
this guy here was our trouble area. It was leaning, so we tried to overcome some of that with shimming, which can only go so high, you can't crank it up. We also overcame that when we did our level quick. We saw a belly here, so we added extra material. And then that seal coat helped again. It self-leveled in some of those low spots. So if we were to just jam that on right away, it would really have run off.
I'm getting.
And I love how the edge, all the edges are very uniform, and it was 4 of us doing them. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really.
I'm pleased with it. We're almost done dripping it, guys. It slowed way down. Nope. I was not drip.
If you're gonna use for a top coat, I would just use 3 ounces
For a flood coat?
for a flood coat,
Yeah. No, do not take your edges.
and do not take your edges. Correct.
But with an edge that deep, you may go 4.
Yeah. I would just rub it. This is pretty heavy edge. Feels good to be out of that shirt.
So we did not Bondo the edges, Steve. We just used the cement, or what is it called?
It's
Cement.
called a rapid set cemental. Yep.
So yeah, go ahead.
Claire answered it too.
Yeah, so we used the cement on the edge, and it worked out better since we poured the levelcrete on top. That way it gave us plenty of time to work it, and we were able to work that concrete into each other.
Yep.
That way it gave us a more uniform look, and it was we were able to mimic each other's design, and it worked out really good.
Yeah, we had longer to work with it.
Yeah.
We also could wet a sponge and feather that together, so there was no need to sand. When we had high nasty parts or man-made look, we took a wet sponge, we misted the edge, and rubbed it out, and it took away a lot of the man-made look out of that, which made it really nice. And you'll see in the prep video, we had some boogers. We had a little, some of the cemental would come float across the top. It wasn't a perfectly smooth substrate by the time we poured our first coat of epoxy on there, but the epoxy overcomes little bitty mistakes on your board. Like in the last class at Rhonda's, we teach how to properly turn a piece of foam you can buy at the Home Depot into a functional shower wall and save you a ton of money versus paying a tile installer. You're gonna turn foam into a shower wall, and we teach you step by step at Rhonda's classes, the pro class. When's the next pro class?
May. So
May.
Bradley, the relationship between Stone Coat and Arcade 3 is we are really good friends, to be honest with you. I started my business about 6 or 7 years ago, 8 years ago, and Mike called me up. I had gone out, met Mike, worked a lot with the Quist family, and Mike had called me up, I don't know, about a year or so after I started, and because the growth of Stone Coat was so big, they had a hard time taking their staff away to do classes, So they kind of teamed up with me. I started teaching the classes, and I still have our installation business. I became a distributor about 3 years ago for Stone Coat, and now behind Stone Coat, I'm the largest distributor in the U.S. for the Stone Coat countertop products. So that's kind of our relationship. I don't work for Stone Coat. I own RK3 Designs, but we do a lot of work together, and as you can see, we make a great team.
And
So,
we love the product.
and we love the product, actually. I've used just about every product out there, and I love Stone Coat, so that is it. J.E., you asked about a countertop. Your countertop's about an 1/8 of an inch. I don't have my glasses on. I'm thinking you're saying 1/8 of an inch. So you could do the same thing that we did here. Use the Level Quick product. That's gonna self-level.
Tape dam it.
Tape dam it up. Use your Level Quick. That's gonna get it really level. Then we'll pull that tape, slightly sand it. It's been a long day, and that's gonna get your countertops level. Then you're gonna be able to do your dirty floor. Let's see. How long do we have to babysit this job? Keith, this particular job probably gonna take another maybe hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah, probably another
Couple
hour and
hours.
a half or so. Because the humidity again is super high, we're talking 90%. And, so our epoxy is really curing very, very quickly. So, that was a great question.
Oh, sitting down for a minute.
Christy, no, I'm not gonna be doing glazing here. Really, the way that we did this edge with all of our undertones first, you can go back, I think you were on one of our lives where we showed how we prepped the edge. We used spray paints of different colors, and we fogged our edges prior to pouring. So we really do have a lot of colors. I know the camera is not doing it justice, but we do have a lot of depth and a lot of color already on our edges. So you could definitely come back tomorrow when all of this is dry, and you can come back with a glaze. And by all means, you could put that glaze on here, let that dry completely, and then go over the top with a UTC or with a flood coat, whichever you decided. But in this case, we're not gonna do that. Let's see. I'm trying to read here. I guess I need my glasses here.
How do you guys feel?
Tired,
Hungry?
hungry.
Satisfied that the job looks amazing.
Yeah.
It really does.
I am pumped. That's the best part of this whole project. I don't know if y'all saw that on the live, but when the customers come in and the jaws are wide open and they're going, oh, I love it. This is my favorite part. That's really what brings me the most joy. I've worked in customers' homes for practically since I left college, doing granite and now epoxy, and that's really the best part of what I do. And then also hearing your guys' stories when you're able to, start working for yourself, quit your 9 to 5 and make some real money doing this in people's homes professionally. But go take a class first. You're gonna get so far ahead of the pack when you learn those tips and tricks. It's gonna save you money on materials because you're not going to make basic amateur mistakes that you learn to avoid when you get professionally trained.
Yep.
When there's a gap between countertop and wall,
Yeah.
But there was not enough room for
You use latex caulking. So when we go to remove backsplash off a laminate job, you're gonna have about a 1/2 of an inch gap, maybe a little bit less. We stick foam backer rod that goes around the window before you trim it out. You can get that at the hardware store. We'll stuff that in that crack and then fill it with Bondo. Or Rhonda uses expansion foam and then she cuts that flat and then fills it with Bondo. If it's a tight gap, 1/4 inch, maybe to 3/8, maybe max, I would use latex caulking, silicone free. Caulk that in
The
there.
fast dry.
The fast
This
dry
stuff, right?
stuff. Yep, show them that. Fast dry everywhere but Hawaii.
Yeah.
Right, this is what we use.
Or for
This says fast dry, like paintable in what, 2 hours?
It dries on
20
aloha
minutes.
time.
yeah.
Aloha time, it's dry.
It's on island time.
It was
yeah.
surfing most of yesterday, decided they didn't want to drive. Like humidity.
All right, so I'm gonna address a question that I get
Can you hear us?
all the time. Can y'all
Huh?
hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
let us know in the comments if you
Yeah.
guys can hear us.
Yes, no, I can hear you. I
Alright.
got you in the.
Oh, right on.
All right, so Jeremy, you're asking what would a kitchen like this cost? Because you want to quote a customer. First of all, you need to figure out what your products are gonna cost you to get your products there. There's not really a cookie cutter way to price something like this. You need to figure out what your cost is, what your area can support, and what you need to make it profitable for you. I may tell you what it costs me to pour a job like this, and it's gonna be completely different on what it costs you to do a job like this. My overhead is gonna be different than your overhead. My employees, you may not have employees, so all of these factors need to be factored in before you come up with a per foot price. We don't price, when we do our quote, we don't just necessarily do a square foot price, but our invoice will show a square foot price, because in Texas, if we break it out into labor and into materials, we then have to charge a retail tax on our materials. So we do quote the customer by a square footage, but when we figured it up, we're not really doing that. We go over all of these scenarios in our pro class, and if you guys are out there doing this professionally, and I'm talking to everybody out there doing this professionally, and you are not using a contract, or you're not doing sample boards, and you're not setting those expectations with your customer from day one, and you're not legally covering yourself with liability insurance and contracts and all of that, you're setting yourself up for failure, because a lot can go wrong in something like this. And if you're not prepared legally to address that, then you're gonna find yourself in some real deep trouble. And we do go over all of these scenarios in our pro class. We give you a very, very binding contract, legal contract. We give you bid sheets. We talk about how to price, how to bid, and all that good stuff. So if you're interested in that, go to our website, rk3designs.com, and sign up for our pro class. Let's see, what else?
Is that a no?
Well, is that
Well,
to install it? Okay.
Well, to install it, but to use it, those are two different questions.
What's the question?
He says he has a countertop for a business and only has 2.5 days to do it. Is it possible?
Uh,
That we need
Well,
more
it depends what
information.
type of countertop.
Are you building
so, yeah.
to pour?
You have dry times,
Yeah.
Day one, I can cut a countertop, I can undercoat it, and pour the color coat in the same day. It's a long day. Then you're gonna have to let that dry 24 hours. You're gonna come back, you're gonna do a clear coat. You're gonna let that dry 24 hours.
It's for Micah.
No, you're gonna need more than that, because you're gonna have
We've been
Bonds
here.
and primer.
Yeah, it's gonna be
You're gonna
like
have
this.
Bondo. You're gonna have to add a day or two to be safe to that. And that's what you don't wanna do, guys. Don't go rushing into a job trying to cut corners. You're gonna have to be real with that customer and say, this isn't gonna work out, I need an extra days, instead of promise. Don't, I like to under promise and over deliver versus promise the world and then say, well, sorry, I'm out of time, I need an extra day. So no, you're gonna need extra time for those, especially on site. You have prep time. It took us a good couple hours to prep this job out with all of us working.
Right.
So if it's just you gotta give yourself plenty of time.
Guys, the fastest way to have mess ups and job go south is to start cutting corners.
Yep.
You start cutting corners, the quality of your work is gonna go down. If you prep correctly, you have everything that you need, don't cut corners, that's gonna give you your optimal results. So we've learned that the hard way. So don't cut corners.
Somebody asked why is it still daytime? That's
'Cause we're
because
in
it's
Hawaii.
only 5:30 and
Right.
we're in Hawaii. We're not in Oregon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Five,
or
6,
Texas.
It's
Yeah.
8:30 in
Nebraska.
Texas or 11:30
Yeah.
in Texas.
It's, yeah, 10,
Yeah.
10:30 in
So
Texas.
we're 5 hours behind Central Standard Time. We're 5 hours behind now. So,
And hot, and humid.
Beautiful.
And then another thing to keep in mind when you're on a time crunch with installs
okay, Nelson, if you're doing
is
countertops for $30 a
how
square
much
foot, I can't imagine you're making.
is if they need to have full use
I
when
donated
it's
in
done.
my pocket. I'm sorry.
I was wondering why you did that.
Okay,
Well,
how do I
hold-
retract that?
Yeah.
I paid myself $2. I put my phone in my pocket and just gave myself a super chat.
That's funny.
I hope it's tied up with my corporate card.
Right?
To finish answering that question though, guys, it's light use. After it's cured within a couple days, if you're doing the top coat, what, 1, 2
If you're
days?
doing the UTC,
Light,
40 hours.
2 to 3,
2,
2 to 3 days, you can go full send.
okay.
Your second day be a little bit light, but day 3 and on, again, depending on your temperature and your humidity, but for most of us, day 3 and beyond, you can go full send and use it.
And if you're doing a flood coat, light use, the first week, it will be fully cured after 30
Light
days.
use after 7 to 10 days.
Correct.
All right, Master Fabricators asked me where Mike is. Mike has retired from Stone Coat. He is living on the big island of Hawaii with his family. He and his wife worked their tails off to get this whole thing together. Their kids were growing up, so they decided to join. You know, they left Stone Coat. They're now with their family full time. But we may collab with that crazy old guy one of these days down the road. So stay tuned, guys. Subscribe. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good.
And for those who don't know, Mitch,
Hey, it takes
this
back
is
the
Mike's
Hawaii.
brother as well.
What's up?
Said, for those who don't know, Mitch is Mike's brother. He
Yeah.
passed the torch.
Yeah.
Good thing I don't look like him that much.
You sound like him.
I know. Here's some back of house information. For those of you who called Stone Coat a few years ago when I started the customer service whole operation, they'd call in and be like, Mike! I'd be like, hey, how's it going? And totally play it off, so sorry.
Now you know.
Now you know.
All right.
Can hot items be placed on the countertop after UTC is cured? 100%. Give it a couple day cure. I would, we tell our customers, let this cure for 7 to 14 days before you want to set something super hot. It will survive, but the longer the cure, the better with something like that. And don't make it everyday practice to take a hot pan and put it right on the countertops. It's not going to ruin it, but it's not best practices, right? I mean,
And that goes for granite, quartz, quartzite,
Totally.
and every other type of solid surface as well.
very true. That's Keith just said that goes for granite, quartzite, all the surfaces. We have a video where I compared the UTC in a durability versus quartz countertops and UTC1. Check that video out. It's on our channel. I don't remember the title. The downside of quartz countertops. Check that video out. There's a head-to-head durability with quartz versus UTC. I cook a egg on a flaming hot cast iron pot right on the countertop. It doesn't ruin it. I do the same thing on quartz, and it left a brown ring, a burn that you cannot get out.
You know you're freaking me out as you wave your hand over the top of those fresh countertops. I'm just waiting for a hand to really go on there.
Well, back before the UTC, we would be insanely scared about any dust nub, any fly coming in here, right?
Yeah.
At this point, we're coming tomorrow. We're gonna sand this, apply the UTC. So if we have any little hairs or little bug may land in here, we'll sand them on out, put the UTC on, you'll be good to go. You got any other good ones? I cannot believe I paid a super chat
What you
to the channel and I don't even get the YouTube revenue. It's messed up.
What happens with the $30
Oh.
a square foot?
Who is taping
Stormy.
Stormy.
That's, so, those of you that don't know who Stormy is, on our channel, we had one of our mares have a baby, and we went live
220,
and
Nick.
brought everybody into the process. So she's at home, and she's being taken care of. We took her to the vet to be babysit. That's what we did. So she's at the vet. Mama and baby are doing great. We just have them there just to make sure that there's no issues while we're gone. So they are definitely
you,
being taken care of.
Translate that one.
The
I tried
UTC, there's a question in there, I wanna redo my
I tried to
UTC
copy
or
it.
refresh it. What grit do I sand with? I freshen up mine with 120, so I'll sand that down. I don't take it 100% off, but I try to get it as smooth as possible, and then I'll reapply. If you have a couple little valleys, because you kind of have little low points, don't need to sit there and sand all the way down to the clear coat. Get it as smooth as you can, and then go ahead and reapply. Clean the dust off with 91% isopropyl.
Which is another reason why you should always apply a clear coat over your color coat, just
Definitely.
in case that happens.
A clear coat is your insurance policy for repairs, for impacts, especially on big edges like this. That's a good main reason we put that 2 ounces on first. Now we have these 2 coats. We're totally out of time on this whole project. We're getting on a plane Monday morning. So, man, let's extend.
I know.
Can I just mess it up so we can come do it again? No, I don't want to do that.
No.
No. How about we just say we gotta stay?
Yeah. I could sleep, miss my flight.
Yeah, sleep in
Mm-hmm.
like we have all week.
No, we've been getting up at 4 a.m.
4
Because the
2
guy,
o'clock?
the guy above us in the Airbnb, I
Oh,
think is
Thumper?
from
Also, you
East
wouldn't
Coast,
cut directly on your
so
granite
he's up around
countertops
2
either, so
a.m.
treat it the same.
and he walks on his heels only. Can you hand me my water, bro?
Dottie,
I'm dying.
next month,
I need a lot of
ETA.
water.
We will keep you guys updated as we get more information.
Lynn, that's a great question that you asked. The Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy has 0 VOCs. So also, we are in a very, very well ventilated area. All of our windows are open. And we have air movement, okay? So we're not worried
why do you-
about our mask.
I don't know what happened.
The only time you're gonna release those VOCs is if you see us torching and we burn it. So we are very safe here, but I still take precautions, guys. Don't be pouring in a super closed up room. Make sure you have good ventilation. Also, even though Stone Coat is 0 VOCs, some people do have skin reactions to epoxy. Some people don't. I can get it all over me. I literally have 0 issues, but I know people that will get rashes. If you do, make sure to cover up. Also, baby wipes work really well to get epoxy off your skin, and I would definitely do that. So great question. Let's see, I lost my feed. Whoops. Where am I?
What is the orange spot? The orange is copper. Was it copper?
Copper.
The copper metallic that we put on kind of has an accent vein. Rhonda applied that kind of with the flow of the exotic pour, the dirty pour that we did. It's going to tie the countertops really well into the backsplash. I thought I saw it sitting around here, but I don't anymore. It's like a weathered copper rustic looking backsplash. It's going to look really good in here.
Somebody wants to know how to get your hat.
Boom, these hats are coming soon. I've heard so many comments on that. So like I asked corporate, I go, we need to get these, I'm getting comments about my merch, so coming soon.
Lauren, we cannot wait to have you. Yes, our pro classes sell out super quick. I think we have 1 spot left in our May class. And as soon as I get back to the States, I'm going to be posting the class schedule for the rest of the year. So stay tuned for that. Sign up for our newsletter on our website, and that way you guys will get updates. Also, one more really quick thing. We have a insiders group as well. We're kind of a sister group to Stone Coat. It's called RK3 Designs, Epoxy Insiders. Join that, and we'd love to see you guys post your products, your projects.
Hey, see if you can change the.
I was wrong, it was a light they're seeing, it's that fan light, it's the orange
Let me
spot.
see, I'm changing the filter. 1 second.
Julie's asking about vertical
Oh,
surfaces.
that's
So
what
when
it is.
you add the epoxy thickener, like you see in your comment, it's gonna change the look of it. It's now a glossy, super high gloss Venetian plaster. The micas are gonna look a little bit different because you're mixing an epoxy thickener into that, which is white. It makes the epoxy already white and opaque. Now you're gonna add color, they're gonna act a little bit different. There's really, it is what it is when you go vertical with epoxy, especially this kind. It's gonna want to self-level. So the best look is always to pour it flat and then install it vertically if you don't want that run look. A pro tip, and I've seen this done on customers' backsplash, 4 to 6 tall. They'll wait till 4 to 5 hours after mixing. They'll take a gloved hand and mist isopropyl alcohol on that glove, and then you can smooth any runs. It almost reopens up that epoxy. That's what we did on our bar top. As the drips were starting to really get thick and solidify, we missed our gloved hand and we rubbed that bottom edge and take any drip and just push it out so it doesn't create a drip again, and then it thickens up and dries. Like right now, that bar top is perfect. We don't have a single drip. Our drips are almost coming to an end, really. They're getting very few. They're still starting to appear, so we got about, I'd say, an hour left. And this thing is gonna be a wrap for the night.
All right, so we're working on fumes right now, guys, because at home it's 11:39.
10:30.
10:39.
No, 10:39. Feels like 11:39. It's 10:39, so we're starting to run on fumes a little bit.
Nick, I'm heading back to Michigan, May. I'm heading back to May. Why? Because I'm going to train customer service. We're reinvesting in customer service. We're currently hiring right now. There's a link on our insiders page. Click that link if you've worked with our epoxy, you want to make a full-time job out of it. We need you on our team, especially if you know the technical side. We're reinvesting. I'm going to get out to customer service in Michigan and put on a hands-on training. I'm hoping you're going to join me.
You bet.
It's going to be epic. We'll get everybody up to speed and really start going back to the basics.
Yeah, and guys, until then, if you ever have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call on our business number, and I'll text that to Clara. Clara, if you have our business number, go ahead and post that, please. And we will answer as many questions as we can. Also email me, Rhonda at rk3designs.com, and I will answer as many questions as I can until we get this new customer service up and going, and then we'll all be on the same page.
J.E., bro, sleep well. Thanks for being with us, man. We appreciate you.
Thank you, J.E.
Is that a remote position?
Sure is.
Yes.
Remote position. If you've used the epoxy, if this is your first time seeing stone coat epoxy,
Might wanna.
might want to learn first.
Or at least
Little
lie
bit.
on your resume.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Just saying.
Yeah.
J.E. is a girl.
J.E., I'm sorry, ma'am. I couldn't tell by the name.
Yeah.
But I call my wife, dude. It doesn't matter.
Nelson, we can go over wood flooring as well.
J.E., still be my bro. I call my wife dude, so it's all good. It's universal.
Yeah. 2023.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said, did you get this one about the flooring epoxy is only for concrete floors?
Nope. So you don't want to go over a tongue and groove,
Right.
2x6 subfloor. That'll be way too much patching. I would
Flex.
avoid that. At that point, I would overlay with some plywood and then patch the 4x8 sheets. Half-inch plywood over that. You can also level quick over that tongue and groove. You're gonna use a lot of level quick. Might be a little bit spinny, but your subfloors, perfect. Concrete, perfect.
Plywood or OSB?
Both.
Both.
Be okay to go over OSB. Yep.
Well-
And we actually are bringing the undercoat in for the floors. So the undercoat will be available in the gallon-sized jug.
Ooh, ATD is in the house.
ATD!
Dizzle, we miss you, girl.
Woo! Yep.
You guys ship internationally, like the Philippines. Coming soon, stay tuned. Very shortly, we'll be able to send all of our products across the pond in an airplane.
Hey, did you make ATD in moderator?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why they're blue.
Or, oh, I see that. I don't have my glasses on.
I can't hear you.
Okay.
You say never use a knife, what you use a hardener. I don't understand the question, Keith. Do you?
No.
You saying never use a knife.
What you use a hardener like in the paint?
What?
Yeah, reword that. We don't understand your question, Keith. Thank you, Peggy.
Yeah, let's go. We'll go live tomorrow after the So we're gonna come in, we're gonna clean up, we'll do the top coat, and we gotta let it clear out because we're gonna be doing a lot of talking heads. We're gonna ask the question of the days, all that stuff. So we'll go live as we're getting out of here, as long as we still have time to go swimming before the day's over.
James, that's awesome. I'm glad you're having such success with our products. That's amazing. We would love, love, love to see you post those in both of our insiders group. Let us see some of the awesome things that you're creating.
It's okay, Keith, bud.
All right. Is it Delia? Thank you for watching. Have a good evening. We appreciate it.
Sweet dreams.
Dream of me.
Guys, we really appreciate you being on here. This really does. It's fun to be able to answer your questions kind of in a live
Real
format
time.
like this. We also, for those of you that have not joined us on our RK3 Design YouTube page channel, we go live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. and we create a different finish every single week, and we do a lot of interacting. We have a great time. It is so much fun. And then we also post a video every week, a tutorial on our YouTube channel as well. So we've got a little over 60,000 subs, and we would love for you to come join us.
Jump over there and subscribe. I demand it.
I would like it.
Good night, Linda. Have a good evening.
Maybe Keith's
Good night,
asking-
Mama Quist. Your mama's
I think
going night-night.
it's a 1-to-1 ratio epoxy.
Night.
Maybe.
Love you.
Yeah, so adding, maybe he's talking about adding more hardener to make it a harder epoxy. Is that the
No,
question?
that
No.
isn't. Yeah.
Is
I
it?
think that's what it is.
So maybe Keith's asking if adding extra harder will make it a harder finish. That's not how it works. It's a 1-to-1 by volume. Adding more hardener does not speed up the cure or make it harder. It actually does the opposite. It prolongs the curing. And if you're too far out of that 1-to-1 ratio, it can affect the overall cure. It's gonna cure soft forever. So get as close to the 1-to-1 ratio by volume as you possibly can. There is a small tolerance, but get as tight as you can.
That's. He said yes.
Okay, perfect.
Perfect.
All right. Christy, good night, Christy. Thanks for joining
I forget
us.
it's so late over there.
I know, right?
Yeah, we might as well
We might as well.
Yeah.
give her a wrap
Yeah, I
soon.
guess we'll do that.
Yeah, we don't even really need to show them anything because it hasn't moved since.
So,
Maybe just show them what the drips look like at this stage so they can get a visual. I guess we're almost out of here. Luke, you want to come show them? No. Here, I'll just show you right here. I just scraped it and it's pretty thick. We're almost there. So I'm gonna go around. I'll continue scraping about one more time. We really want to wait for it to start to gel where we get that isopropyl on our hands and we make that nice and smooth. Why? Because tomorrow we will not have to come in here and sand any drips off the bottom.
That's only about 2.5 hours ago.
What? This is 2.5 hours old?
3:10 is when we poured, it's 5:45.
All right. It was about almost, what was 3.5 when we kind of started playing with the bottoms.
It still was dripping.
Yeah.
They're in Texas for the live. So 7 p.m. What's Texas?
Central.
Time? Central time.
Central Time.
7 p.m.
so-
Central.
Which would be,
Central time.
I know, but Eastern Time, what time would it be? 2 hours?
That would
2
be
hours?
Eastern is 1 hour before.
1 hour, okay, so that'd be 8 o'clock Eastern Time. All right,
I'm gonna show them a flyover.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. We're going on a field trip. I'm gonna go down here first.
Dripping, tripping. I didn't want to know if the epoxy gutters are coming back.
Not. They might be able to go to epoxyoverstock.com or something like that. They might be there. Tell Nick to email me at mitch@stonecoatcountertops.com And I'll get you the link where you can purchase those. Not enough people are using those.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, it just hit me.
I'm wore out.
Clifford, are you? You know it's a little nice.
I know, and I even put sunscreen. I think it's gonna blow my nose.
I'm gonna be the most tan Oregonian there is right now. We haven't even seen the sun yet.
Go ahead.
Oregonians. Or my wife would say Oregoners.
Oregoners?
As one would say, origamis.
Origamis?
Yeah.
Are you Oregon donors? Oregon
I'm an Oregon donor.
Oregon donor?
I'm a Oregon donor. I keep
No.
picking. What do you guys think of that? Beautiful. Yellow spot's the light for anyone that's gonna ask that
It's probably
question.
gonna be closer to 7. I'm working on it. How goes it? Good?
It was awesome.
That's how much I just scraped off. Not much.
Wow.
Excuse me, sir.
Sorry.
Less than 3 hours.
I'm coming right behind you.
Okay. You can film me sticking the edge. It's looking good. Water. How many people in the chat have used epoxy?
A lot of them.
I would say 90% of them.
Jen D, email me, mitch@stonecoatcountertops.com. But I don't get home for a couple days.
Maria? Christy?
Christy's saying she's getting tortoiseshell feel in the feel on this top. Now, we said the same thing.
Yeah. Piper Bishop.
Nick, I thought your name was familiar, bro. I've seen you in chat before.
All right.
I have 8 ounces left. That ain't many. You need to reorder.
Yeah.
Could come straight drips. We've probably scraped
We probably have that in
30 ounces in drips. I don't know what to call it.
Here you wanna, Mitch,
Yo, we out of here?
want me to get it sitting on you guys, or you wanna
Sure.
sign off over here?
Right here.
Right there?
Family and GP, I want to stop by your shop. Piper, email me as well. That'd be cool. I'd love to like do a video or something with you if you're down. Mitch@stonecoatcountertops.com. All right. Thanks everybody for joining us on this behind the scenes live. We're gonna be doing lives more often. We're bringing them back this year. We got the live setup all back. So, you know, when we get back to Oregon, we got a hard push on a brand new product. Our floor system's coming out. So when that's behind us, we're gonna pump out showers. But we're gonna be going live at least 2 times a month, not as frequently as Rhonda. But we'll be doing it twice a month. We're gonna start pumping those out. Going back to the basics here at Stone Coat. Thanks for watching, guys. We had a great time. These countertops are gonna look fantastic. Come check us out tomorrow. We'll drop it down live. Let's go live on your channel.
Yeah.
So check out tomorrow. If you haven't already, go subscribe, go like Rhonda's page on Facebook, RK3 Designs. Like it, and we're going live. You're gonna see this with the ultimate top coat. You're gonna see it all cleaned up. It's gonna take us about an hour or 2 to clean this bad boy up. It's gonna be a brand new kitchen. Remember, from Stone Coat Countertops, you got this! And we'll see you on the next video, or live, or whatever.
Adios.
I'm gonna try to answer your question before they turn it on. What are the trivets for? That's for keeping hot items off your countertops. All right, speed. I'm coming back. Nice work. What are the trivets for? That's it. No more questions.
See you tomorrow.
See you
Bye.
later.
Adios.